leaders tend to be Machiavellian, and leaders tend to
Absolutely.
be psychopathic
Psychopath,
sometimes.
right?
Yeah,
Absolutely.
and the reason is because they're incentivized to be that way by the people, right? And so, for instance, populism is on a rise on the left and the right. And what's the critique of populists? It's like, okay, well, you need to care more about us, not them, not the world, not anybody else. You need to care about us, right? It's all about me and what's in my interest. And if our leaders are, for instance, they'll say, why are we sending billions to Ukraine? We have problems at home, right?
Right.
Like that's basically saying like, hey, you need to be more self-interested. You
Right.
need to be, stop caring about the world and everybody else. So like we ask our people to really be like cold, like, hey, like, forget those guys. They're not
Right.
us, right?
Right.
Like they're just not, right? And so like if you're a leader and you are doing good things for people that aren't your people probably gonna replace you with someone
Right.
who focuses on doing good things for them,
Absolutely.
and someone who's cold and calculated and who's gonna bring you a new nation in tomorrow. That's probably who you want at the charge. So it's like even if the person isn't naturally a psychopath or think like a Machiavellian, just to do his job, he may have to think that way.
Right.
So yeah, that's something I say too. Is like in the book, like CEOs are the same way, right? The CEO, like if I'm the CEO of a company and I can build this factory, but it's going to mess up the city's water supply. The city's water supply is not my problem,
Right.
right? Like if I'm trying to maximize shareholder value, your kids drinking water in Flint, Michigan is not
It's not my
my
problem
problem,
at
right?
all.
The government need to clean that up. The government should have regulated me, right? Like they should have did something. But my job is not to take care of the community. My job is to take care of shareholders, right?
Absolutely.
And someone, if you have a leader who has a heart, who's like, man, those kids, if we build this factory and we dump this stuff, yeah, it's going to save us a bunch of money. But those kids might get diseases that might lower the lifespan of those children drinking this dirty water. And then you choose not to make that money, and it's clear, right? If it's clear that you chose to make significantly less money for the company, you might get fired,
You
right? And
talk what you're saying. My apologies for interrupting. What you're saying is dangerous because it's damn near what happened though. And it's like, and that's the scary thing that people don't want to talk about. Like there was a capitalist incentive to not upgrade the water. It cost money. Like you have to do so. And let's say for instance there was another company that it was like dropping waste or something in what would be the water supply. It's not my job to stop dumping waste. You should have made it so that it was illegal for me to dump waste in
right,
this lake. And that is exactly the system that we live in. People don't understand that. That is exactly
yeah, because
what
you
we
can't
live
trust
in.
companies to regulate themselves.
Right.
They have no incentive to do so.
Absolutely not.